Welcome back, everybody, to the second episode of Rose Lake Park. I am Fisherman.
I'm JP.
I'm Waggy.
I'm Wolftails.
And we are missing three of our members once again. Beyondrew TV couldn't be here. Bullethead is working and City Trader is working, but they are all contributed to this map as well. And we're going to be showing off the things that they created as we walk around the park. So as you noticed from our previous episode, we ended at the year 1899, and this new map, there's quite a bit more added to the park. So we've jumped ahead 10 years where this park spans 1900 through 1909. So we're going to be looking at the new things that the founders of the park, Mr. Wolf and Mr. Fishington, and their staff and crew have added to the park to make it more enjoyable for the peeps coming from nearby Peepsburg. So first thing we want to look at, let me zoom up a little bit here. This whole entrance plaza has gotten a lot more crowded. So a lot more buildings here. So if you turn around, there's something. There used to be trees here and probably a future parking lot as the park grows. But now we've added America's favorite pastime, baseball. So baseball was very popular at the turn of the century. And Waggy built us this incredible baseball field. And Waggy, was the grandstand, wasn't that part of something you built for another park? Or am I remembering wrong? Or am I remembering Roller Coaster Tycoon?
I had built one for City Traders project with Disney America.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what I'm remembering then.
Yeah, an RCT3. Yeah.
Okay, so this is something new.
Yes.
All right, so this is Waggy's baseball stadium. So we have the Rose Lake Giants, and they are playing Plankovia, right? So we have Plankovia. I don't know what's their mascot? Did we decide what their mascot is? The Beavers? I don't know. The Jackalopes? Who knows?
Beavers was Bullethead's poet.
Yeah. Okay, so we don't know. But they're engaged in a baseball game there. So how did we come up with the name Giants? Do you guys remember?
It was actually already on a ad that I tweaked in Photoshop, and they were called the Giants, and I didn't change it.
Okay. I think it's also funny that kind of a little jab at the fact that the animatronic peeps are like almost a head taller than the actual peeps. So
yes,
the baseball players really are giants. So if you think about that. So the stadium has a ton of detail. Everything you need. So it's got an office under the bleachers. It's got restrooms. There are actually a functioning restroom underneath the bleachers there to make the park peep friendly. And then at each end we have an entrance which sells tickets. And then inside the park you have some vendors. So you can buy pretzels, root beer, probably some other stuff.
Yep.
You've got the little, whatever the dugout used to be called back then when they would just sit on the bench. Doesn't look very safe. Looks like they could get beamed in the head by a baseball. We've got vintage advertisements on the billboards that Waggy did a lot of research and found a lot of cool stuff for us. He has been our person of the internet because he has been just digging up all this cool stuff and editing it to make it fit our park where need be, and he's finding some really cool stuff. How many stars does this flag have? Was this 48? I don't remember.
No, I think that one's 45 or 46.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So we were trying to keep the flag accurate in the baseball field.
The hotels are wrong.
Yeah, shh, don't talk about the hotel flags.
I'm just gonna say it. They're wrong.
They were looking ahead to the future.
I didn't know we were trying so hard.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. But as you can see, we are pulverizing the visitors. They don't even have a name. We don't even know who they are. Okay, so that is the baseball field. And guys, make sure when you get map 2, we'll be updating the audio files and the billboards. So make sure you get all the user media and user music and put it in your folders, because there's lots more sound effects, including the crowd in the baseball game. You can hear the batter hitting the ball and everything. So make sure you get all that so you get the full experience. Over here, right across from the baseball field, we have I think Waggy did most of this, right?
Yeah,
but you built like 99% of this, and then
the structure is actually yours. It was your picnic pavilion.
Oh, that's right. This started out. Well, actually, there's more to it. This actually started out as the whip I made for Lunawood, which became the Kaleidoscope Piers whip, which then became our picnic pavilions for Rose Lake Park. And then we adapted that to be the roller rink. Just put walls on it. So yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. So it's a roller rink. Roller skating was also a popular pastime at the turn of the century. And so you can come over here and rent a pair of roller skates. And get some athlete's foot, probably, because they probably were not very didn't know a lot about hygiene back then.
No.
And then skate around in the rink to the sound of the music on the organ that was playing there, or the calliope. But look at all that detail. Pretty cool. This guy's talking on a cell phone. It's pretty anachronistic there. Oh, that was the word of the day yesterday. Anachronistic. It means out of time. Something that is not.
I thought he was scratching his ear.
I think he's supposed to be talking on the phone. I don't know. Maybe he is scratching his ear. I know he's nodding his head.
No, it's like he's supposed to have an earpiece.
Like okay.
Oh,
you're right. Because he's supposed to be like a. That was part of the studios pack or something.
Yeah.
All right. So, this is the roller rink. Lots of fun. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to keep the lights off because we are going to go next door. This is really special, guys. Wolf Tenor is probably like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, pretty much.
So this is the Rose Theater, established in 1895. It says, Gilbert and Sullivan presents the Pirates of Penzance. So, I hear music coming from inside, which hopefully in the video we can get. We'll get that to show up. Maybe, I don't know. Are we going to get copyright problems if we put that music in the video?
Okay. No, it's fine. No.
Okay.
It's all over YouTube, so it's fine.
Okay. So I'm going to go inside here. And Wolf Tenor made this incredible production, totally accurate production of the Pirates of Penzance.
Well, not totally accurate.
So tell us about what you did here.
Well,
anything you want to say?
It's actually been 2 years now, but I did a production of the Pirates of Penzance, where I played Major General Stanley.
Yay!
And we actually recorded the show it's on YouTube, and so I basically used the musical track. So that's actually myself. You hear singing the Major General's part, and that's the ensemble and the orchestra that we had for the actual show.
That is awesome. Very cool. Well, you sound wonderful.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Now I'm like getting all embarrassed.
That's a first.
I know, right?
But he made this cool balcony so you can sit up here in the loge boxes and enjoy the show.
Notice the insignia above the stage.
Oh yeah, that is actually the logo for Rose Lake Park that somebody designed.
I wonder who.
It was me. That was one of the first things we did.
Yeah.
Used my Photoshop and Illustrator skills. I'm having fun listening to him sing. Okay, so I'm gonna look. So I have the backdrop, and then check out this detail, guys. Oh, there's fireflies coming through.
It's magic.
It's magic. The show is so magic. We will probably take the fireflies away before we release the park. Probably. But there's a backstage area with the curtain and the scenery scrim kind of hanging down there. And there are even the counterweight sandbags. Wow. That is a lot of detail.
And actually all those pieces that are the walls, and there's like a coffin back there.
Uh-huh.
That's actually the set for the second act.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
I'm that weird.
Wow. You're that weird. That is so cool. So you actually considered what would really be in the second act, and you actually put some of it backstage.
So that would be backstage.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Very, very cool. All right. Okay, so this is the entrance plaza. The entrance plaza itself didn't change a whole lot. We just have the walkway going back to the roller rink and the baseball stadium over here. And let's see. We added Beyond Your TV added this clock tower that came from one of his other parks. It's a beautiful clock.
It works perfectly.
It does. It's very big.
It's so big.
Yeah. But you can enjoy it from all sides. Look at that.
I don't know why that's funny.
No idea.
It's good from the front and the back.
It's a little humor for Drew there.
But it's really cool. It's amazing. The part I like about it the most is when you're over here by the carousel, well, you can hear it ticking, and then every once in a while the bell inside chimes, and it makes this area sound really nice. It's really cool. So this is this. There it goes. So I'm going to show off one more thing in this area. Actually, let's do this. Can you tell I play this game a lot when I know exactly what time to type in for the sun to be at a certain place? I think I've got like 6,000 hours in Planet Coaster already. So this is something that I finished, about 3 hours ago, maybe.
5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago. This is the park's new administration office building, because we figured that they would have outgrown the tiny little office in the trolley station by now, because the park has grown up. So they need this office building here. And it's made out of bricks. So this building is probably going to last for a while. We'll see. We'll see how long it lasts. We'll see if it makes it all the way to the present day. We shall see. What are these things out here? Looking different. I'm going to take us down this path down here. Woo. I'm going to take us into the trees. Because I like walking through the trees. Because I'm a dork. Let's go down here.
I think I just did a face plant into a trunk.
You did a face plant. Oh my gosh.
But
So we got a restroom up there. That was a blueprint that Waggy found on the workshop. So this area right here, Waggy put together an amazing Midway with lots of small amusements and vendors and games of skill and thrill. And so we're going to take a look at this area next. So we have the Rose Lake Park Amusements. Lots of ways to take your money.
Yes.
So we have skee ball. So this is a combination of a lot of stuff. We have some of the stuff we made ourselves. Some of it you'll recognize from Kaleidoscope Piers and Lunawood and people's blueprints, and we are crediting as much of it as we possibly can in the description on the workshop page when you download this park file.
And we're shameless at taking things and tweaking them.
Yes. So if you see something that you made, but something slightly different on it, we apologize. We apologize, but we're trying to make it fit in the decade between 1900 and 1909. So back here, there's some period appropriate places. So we have the Mother's Lounge, we have the car store, the Cajun restaurant. We have the tea room for the ladies, Jocko's beer parlor. Some of this stuff is, Madame Aubergine's palm reader. If you don't know what an aubergine is, guys, go look it up or ask your mom or your dad. Palace of I don't even know what that word is. Pugilism? Pugilism? Is that boxing?
Yes.
So this is the boxing arena. This is the little entertainment between the matches there. The halftime show. She's kind of leaning. I guess she does that so she doesn't fall over. The gentleman's card games. So lots of details going on here. Hamburgers. You can see Coca-Cola is making a big presence in the park now. They were a big vendor. The park had a contract with Coke. No Pepsi products in this park.
Nope.
So various games of skill, various food vendors. A kissing booth. Doesn't he look like he wants to kiss you? Don't you want to kiss him? It's only 5 cents. But don't lean in too far, and certainly no tongue. Okay.
I can't afford him.
You can't afford him. Oh, I certainly can't. Okay. So, coconut shy game, duck hunt, Karnak magic parlor, ice cream, frontier derby game. We got all kinds of cool stuff in here. Lunches to eat. We have a shooting gallery. Some more games down here. Giant slide from the workshop. And then a Professor Baldwin's famed balloonist and parachutist. So I think the idea wasn't the idea that he goes up in the balloon and then he jumps out in a parachute.
Yes.
Okay. So many thrills in this park. Thrills to enjoy. We have a amphitheater. So sort of the beginnings of an amphitheater. We have that's the inside of a bowl. We have starts out as just kind of a hillside where you can sit on your picnic blanket, and they added some seats here, and you can watch the various shows. Right now we have the Planet Coaster Barbershop Quartet performing, and they have their own little backstage area back here. But before we go too far, I'm going to go back over here. There's something very special inside of here. So in the year... What year were these things invented, guys?
1905.
Was 1905 when they were invented?
Yeah.
And I think they started out at the World's Fair when that went over, or something maybe.
Just around about that time. Yeah.
Around about that time. So we have the Rose Lake Nickelodeon, founded in 1905. So if you don't know what a Nickelodeon is, it was a movie house where you would pay to watch a movie. So movies were new, still didn't have sound yet. So you still had a guy on a piano or an organ that would play music to accompany the film. But we're going to go inside and see what's playing. So this is the inside of the Rose Lake Nickelodeon. So the guy playing the piano, and they are watching The Great Train Robbery. Or at least a clip of it. We don't have the whole movie, but we have a little royalty-free clip of the Great Train Robbery film. And there's some stuff at the beginning of the movie too, advertising for the park and telling you to be quiet and take off your big hat and all this stuff. So put some of our humor in there too. But and then we have Pixelated's cool projector that he made for his latest haunted house ride. We had to grab that for our Nickelodeon. We actually made the Nickelodeon, and then we saw that projector and knew it had to go up in the balcony there, projector room. So there you have it. That's Nickelodeon. So this building has kind of an interesting story to it. Waggy built it first, right?
It was a workshop theater.
Workshop theater.
Yeah, and I tweaked it and changed it, the front of it, and the details added on to the back of it. And then Wolf got a hold of it.
Yeah. Wolf Tinner actually turned it into the Rose Theater, which is over there by the carousel.
Yeah.
And then, but we kept this one here and like, well, we can't waste that spot. So then we decided to turn it into a movie house.
Yeah, it did a gorgeous job. The interior is just outstanding.
Yeah, the interior is beautiful. Okay.
Talk about piece count.
Oh, I know.
Between my two theaters.
That's only 575. My trolley has 4 times that.
Oh. I really thought it had more than that, but
Oh, maybe. Well, you know what? That's probably just the exterior. I bet if I went the whole thing in, it'd probably be a lot more than that. Let's see. Just for fun. Oh, 601.
No,
if you include the bushes.
That's not
too bad.
That's not bad. No.
That's not bad. I thought it was worth
Yeah. I don't want to know how many parts the park has in it. Okay, so we are moving down here. And what is this? I'm hearing some wonderful sounds. One of my favorite sounds in the world. A roller coaster. I love roller coasters. That's why I play this game. That's why this game takes up all my spare time. So this is a cool swan ride from the workshop that we put in our park. If you haven't already guessed, kind of the signature symbols of our park are the rose and the swan. Because swans live on the lake, and we have roses everywhere, including the lake itself is a rose. So, down here along the Midway, Fishington and Mr. Wolf decided that they needed to compete with the other parks in the area. So we had Euclid Beach in Ohio, and we had Erie View Park, and some of the other parks that were being built around. I think Erie View Park was old. Maybe not. I'll have to look that up. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But we had, I know Conneaut Lake was old because that's what we based the hotel on. So there are a lot of old parks in the region that they felt like they needed to compete with. So they built some roller coasters to compete. And there's a park in mid-Pennsylvania called Lakemont that had a figure 8 roller coaster that we based this one on. So it's about the same age. So we called ours the Grasshopper. It is a standard figure 8 kind of Leap the Dips clone, basically. So we have that. And this actually came directly from Kaleidoscope Piers. I grabbed it, made a blueprint, and plopped it down. And then JP made this beautiful station for it. So
It's very
collaboration.
flowery.
Yeah, very flowery. True collaboration there. Let's see here. And then across the way here, the star of the Midway is the Jackalope, because jackalopes are pretty common in the area. They are one of the various fauna that you will see around the park. How did we come up with the name? Do you guys remember?
We went through a lot of things to get to that point.
Went through a lot of things.
Um,
I think somebody mentioned Jackrabbit, and then we decided to make it more unique.
we were trying to put a head on that plaque there below the name, and thinking of an animal that could stick halfway out of there. And that was a fun morning.
That is great.
Is it only slightly creepy that the ears move?
I
very
think that might be turned off.
Oh, I forget what the ears were.
They're blowing in the wind.
They're tails, right?
Yeah, spin around there to the other side of the. There's a reason there's a closet there.
They're Wolftails. Wolftails. That's what they are.
Wolftails.
There you go. Awesome.
But they work.
We went through so many things to make those ears.
Yeah, we did. We tried everything. There's probably more stuff on the workshop now that would be even better, but we're sticking with the Wolftails.
It's a beautiful coaster.
It's a really beautiful coaster.
Bullethead.
Yeah, Bullethead made this whole coaster for us. Yeah, it's amazing. We already have plans for this spot when it burns down. He's already made Jackalope 2, and it's going to fit in the same spot. So we're ready to strike that match at any moment. But it's a fun ride. So let's see. We actually have time to take a ride on both coasters. Would you guys like to do that?
Sure.
Yes, we
I would
should.
love to.
What would you like to ride first?
Jackalope.
Jackalope first? Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do Jackalope first. And look, no Z fighting on the whole roof.
How
Did you
rude.
fix that?
I think several of us worked on it. Bullethead.
I know I tried, but I did not finish. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, Bullethead kept coming back and saying, "You missed one." We kept going back, and we would like lift one little piece up, like a little millimeter or whatever. Okay.
Z fighting is hard, y'all.
Yeah. Jackalope. Put your hands up. Take in the lovely views of the... Oh, we missed it. There it is. There's the church, the cemetery, Rose Lake Camp, and then you can see the water dummy and the... Did they use those back in the 1800s? I don't know. Maybe.
Sacks of flour.
They just used real people.
And if they died, it just made more people want to write it.
Really?
True.
Oopsie.
But I love how Bullethead used the terrain and actually sort of edited the terrain to fit the coaster. It worked out so nice.
Very natural.
Yeah. And they didn't have to use as much wood because they just followed the hills.
Yep.
But for a side friction coaster, it is really fun. I would ride it.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Good job, Bullethead.
Good job, Bullethead. All right.
I don't know why he's in such a hurry to tear it down. It's a great coaster.
Yeah, he keeps talking about it. Well, I
He
think
really likes the next one.
Well, I think because we're doing 10-year gaps per map, it's like he wants to try to fit in because he's working on a. He made that. Well, I don't want to give away too many secrets, but he's working on those other coasters too that we want to try to fit in.
Yeah.
And Waggy's working on coasters too, so we got a lot more to fit in over the next couple of decades.
I'll tell you what. I'll just stand down and not make any coasters. For
You're not
you.
gonna you volunteer.
I mean, if I must take a hit for the team, I'll just
Yeah.
not make any coasters.
All right, so let's take a spin on Grasshopper. Uh-oh, or not. That dorky mechanic that was hopping around by the carousel finally came up here and did something.
Finally did his job, yeah.
10 years later.
Well,
JP, is that you running their coaster?
Does he have hair? Might be me.
That is... Hi.
No, he has more hair than me. It's
Oh,
all right.
okay.
I'm back on that diving board.
Oh, okay. Oh, boy. This one gives you a nice view of the hotel if I can get my camera... Turn! Turn! I hate this. I really hate the cameras in Planet Coaster.
Yeah, it makes no
We'll
sense.
see it when we come back around. there's the carousel and the other coaster. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh my gosh, it's so thrilling. I think Leap the Dips at Lakemont goes like 8 miles an hour or something crazy like that. My car doesn't even go that slow. It just stops if you try to go that slow.
So do you even get airtime on the dips?
I don't know. I've never.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't think so.
Oh, maybe that was.
That was pretty dippy.
That's pretty
Yeah.
dippy. This whole coaster is dippy.
Did you custom support this, or did you just build the tracks perfectly in line with?
I tried my best to put them in line, and there were some gaps that I filled in with support. It's a little bit of both.
Good job.
Thank you.
Very good.
Awesome. And it's got a little storage shed
Clever.
with a spare coaster car on it.
How'd you do that?
It's magic.
I know how you did it. I was trying to give you a chance to show.
Oh. Excuse me. Jackalope has one too. See. The trick is, and I learned this from somebody that I forgot who it was on Bro Nation, and I'm sure they will tell me who they are, but they made a park on a pier back when I was working on Kaleidoscope Piers. Shoot, I can't remember who it was now. Anyway, totally ripped this idea off of them, but they put, if you make a coaster underground, the same kind of coaster, and you put a block break section at the top, and you set your coaster to block section mode, and just set it in stop mode, it will park a car at the top of your block break. And so you could raise it up and put it, you can hide it up there, and it looks like you have a extra car on your transfer track.
Very nice.
So, yeah, pretty much all the coasters in Kaleidoscope Piers have that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, all 21 of them. A lot of coasters. So let's see, where are we going next? I think that's all the stuff that we added for map 2.
It's a lot.
Took away. These were here in map 1. The little food court there.
Map 3 is going to hit on almost the whole map to some extent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm kind of excited.
Yeah.
Don't zoom in on
So.
that.
I don't know what they're doing in there.
I'm trying to preserve their privacy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
taking
I
the
think they're should be probably pretty sunburned by now. Oh, I'm going to show this off for Drew. So this up here on the hill is a shed, that has made an appearance in lots of places. So I don't know which park he built it for, but I know it was used in Lunawood multiple times. So it was kind of an inside joke for them. And so we decided to bring it over and use it in Rose Lake Park also.
I wonder if it was Coal Creek.
I don't know, because Coal Creek came after Lunawood.
Was it? Okay.
And I think Lunawood was first, but I'm sure he used it in that park too. But so we're going to try to use it a bunch of times in Rose Lake Park as well.
Yeah. Did we miss the other building that he was putting up by the trolley line?
Yes, we did. Let's go back over there. Thank you for catching that.
Yeah.
Good point. So Beyond Drew TV also added this cool building. So we figured that along the trolley track they would also be bringing supplies occasionally, and this is where they would unload them for the park.
Yeah.
And this came from one of his other parks as well, DeWitt's Depository and Delivery. And there's an archer back there.
And an archer.
I don't know what he's shooting at. I am not sure.
Jackalopes.
Shooting into the park.
Probably jackalopes.
Jackalopes.
Or chupacabras or something.
They tend to bite.
So I think that about wraps up map 2,
Yeah.
guys. What do you think?
I think so.
So we are still building map 3. It's going to be a while. So there's probably going to be a few weeks here before we get another video out to you guys. But we hope you have enjoyed this little piece of the journey with us. We hope you guys take the time to download the parks. Make sure you get the billboards and the custom audio files.
And read the blog.
Read the blog.
Yes, please.
Waggy has been putting together so much stuff, so many cool stories, and we've been finding photographs from Mabel's, I guess her photo albums and stuff that she's had, collecting all these photos from the Historical Society. So you've got to go check out the story on the blog, and we will definitely put a link in the description below. But yeah, it's been great having you here, and we're going to go ahead and sign off. I am Fisherman.
I am JP.
I'm Waggy.
And I'm Wolf Tenor.
And we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.